My name is Stephanie Mayer, and I am the director of the Red River Métis Community Resource Department, and I was the lead on the MMF's wildfire response. We were one of the first that stood up and were mobile, and I remember that day very well. It was several ministers, Minister Carrier as well as Mr. Beaudin, Minister Remillard and myself, as well as one of my leads, Jana. We were at 406 McGregor looking at the building and figuring out how and what are we going to do with this building and make it an evacuation center. We were set up and open with less than 24 hours after entering that building. And then furthermore, we were able to offer accommodations to all evacuees, not just Red River Métis. And we housed over several hundred people. All sorts of people, First Nations, Red River Métis, and all from different communities. We have to remember there were actually 3 waves when it came to our wildfires this summer. It actually began in the spring in the northern community of the Paw and the Carrot Valley. When those fires initially set out, Minister Mayer reached out immediately, and our team was able to jump on, help those people, get them evacuated. It was an overnight evacuation. Fast forward into wave 2, that's when President Chartrand and Cabinet really gave the order to let's get involved and let's do what Red River Métis do well, and that is we go and we help. The call was put out and MMF answered it. And we work very closely with the Canadian Red Cross as well as Emergency Social Services with the province, and they knew that they could depend on us. They knew that they could make that call at 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was going to answer that phone, or a member of my team was going to answer that phone, and we were going to be able to help. So I want to say that in working with several different Indigenous organizations, the province of Manitoba, Canadian Red Cross, I know from working with them one-on-one and individually that we are looked at as the model to follow when it comes to wildfire response. And what I want to say that made the job worth it on those long days where we didn't see breaks, we were exhausted, is watching the faces of the hundreds of evacuees, thousands of evacuees that came through the doors of our evacuation center, and the immediate relief we saw on their face. And I also want to vocalize that this was by no means a one-person job. This entire operation happened because of a outstanding team.
When the evacuations were notified, and we heard that the fires had taken control of the north, it worried us a lot. We thought right away of our citizens, our families. We thought about our elders. We thought about the children. But when we heard that the report after report after report was coming in, that this thing, and this, what I call this sting, this fire, was taking off and was uncontrollable. The first evacuation notices that went out, about 85% of those were from the north, were First Nation. But it doesn't, those are our relatives, those are our family members in many aspects. So, and they're our friends and neighbors. So it was a no-brainer for us to say, look, we got to react. Whether they're Métis, whether they're First Nation, whether they're non-Indigenous, we are going to help anybody we can and everybody that we can make a difference to. We do see what the province and others did, which we commend the work they did, but it was so big, it was so large. They had to have gymnasiums, schools, and infrastructures of large facilities, where even the convention center downtown, putting up beds and people sleeping side by side by the hundreds and some by the thousands overall. So it was a scary time for many people, and we're fortunate enough to look at our asset base and see what difference we can make. But in the context of our Métis businesses, we know they have supply chains that could be of great benefit to the people's needs. And the call out that we gave from here to all Manitobans and to our Métis businesses reacted very quickly. Our Métis businesses were quick to react. We had a call out because we knew that people leaving by plane from the north can only take a backpack. They got a bunch of children, all they have is a backpack. And for us, it was quick to react. Reaction by our Métis businesses. We called out first for donations, and the supply chain came like crazy. People were driving, Métis families were dropping off dolls and Pampers and milk, whatever they can donate and whatever they could afford. And it's such a powerful image to see, a powerful expression of our people's kindness and thankful of our upbringing. And what we've seen all Manitobans now coming out. But we also, I want to thank the staff, like our staff, Stephanie Mueller and the rest of her team. I will say openly, we're A plus in my view as an operational team, because not only did they look at getting a supply chain, they wanted to ensure that dignity was still there for these people. And so we didn't go and say this is like a value village or something you just walk in, grab whatever you want. We didn't want this to be seen as people just begging for something, and saying, please give me something to wear, or some clothes or shoes or baby supplies. Our team, in their genius, in their smartness, created a store atmosphere. People were given a bag and they were allowed to shop and take the supplies they would need for their family. And they left there with their heads high. That was so powerful that you have to be there to see with your own eyes to watch it. But it was not where they were looking for a handout. I want to say again, thank you to all the citizens. I want to say thank you to them because I know the stress they were going through. I know the hardship and the worry they were going through. And to live in a cot and live in a place where you can hear the next guy snoring a couple of feet away from you, and still trying to survive in that environment. But for me, it's the pride of their aspect of respect that they showed us and showed the workers. We had some of our people, I think from Cormorant or one of the villages that were there, they were asking they want to work. They don't want to get paid. They're saying, what can we do? Well, we're here to help out to make it better for everybody else. I want to say thank you to those people that really wanted to help and make a difference, and to those that accepted that the situation was not of their doing, but a situation to see that their Métis government was there for them.